all you out there in the interwebs. Welcome to the Moral Gamer Show. Today, I have the pleasure of telling you about Deception 4 Blood Ties. This one's coming at you on PlayStation 3. I've waited 9 years for this game. 9 years. I'm so happy that we're actually coming in with another Deception title. So, am I hyping this up, or is this one that, maybe it's not as good as I'm saying? Well, let's let you decide. Now, as I said, this is for PlayStation 3 and it has crossplay functionality with the Vita. We'll delve into that a little bit later in this review. But let me tell you about Deception. Deception started out pretty rough with the original one in about 95. And as they moved on, the real pinnacle of the Deception series isn't in Deception at all, but Trapped, which is a spin off by Tecmo. And Trapped on PlayStation 2, which we did do a review of, was a fun game. You're flinging enemies around areas, trying to knock them into pits, fire, whatever, trying to just use your traps in kind of a comical manner in some ways. I mean, it's sick and sadistic, but in some ways it feels like a Roadrunner cartoon, or like if you ever played Mousetrap, that old board game. That's kind of what this feels like in many ways. And so, Blood Ties Deception 4 doesn't disappoint. It's all the same mechanics. Now, again, you're not attacking directly, but instead you set up traps in the area. And then you lure enemies into those traps so that you can chain them around. Unlike previous games, instead of having each button assigned to a different trap, you now have your X for all traps, and if you equip a secondary trap, another trap slot, then you can use square. Loving that. This is definitely getting my attention. And they set it up so that the traps now go in sequence. So if you set up a complex chain, instead of having to remember, oh wait, I have to do square, triangle, square, square, triangle to get these traps the right way. No, instead of doing that, it's just keep hammering on your X button. They simplified it. Good job, Tecmo. 2 thumbs up there. That's it. That's what this game has going for it, and it's got over 100 traps. Now, I play in a lot of flinging fashion. I like to just toss people around, and so you're going to see much of that in my gameplay. But based on the traps that you acquire, that determines how you're going to play. If you're a person who likes to drop things on people a lot, then maybe you'll want like the wash pan, the pumpkin. You'll want, different things that actually come from the ceiling, just bonk and bonk a person. If that's the way you want to play it, great, you can do that. If you're like me and you're a flinger, you can do that. If you're an environmental specialist, hey, you can take and use the environments all to your glory. It's just how you play, how you want to be strategic in your capturing. That's what it is. So the thing is Deception 4 does not have an interesting story. This is going to be my complaint about this one, because it has something to do with the devil being resurrected, but you're playing as his daughter, and his daughter not only needs to harvest souls, but she now needs to harvest the 12 holy scriptures that will resurrect him. And to do it, she's got the 3 sisters, each representing a different type of trap. You have the sister of elaborate traps, the sister of humiliating traps, and of course the super sexualized sister of sadistic traps. Because somehow sex and sadism goes together, right? Yeah, whatever. Choosing your traps doesn't really matter what type it is. Just go with it. Just go with whatever works for you. The downside of the traps, though, I'm finding is that traps like the Iron Rake seem to be a very good go-to trap to start things off. And as you play the game for yourself, you'll find a couple traps here and there that you kind of always find yourself going back to, because they're very useful for either kicking something off or setting up some type of link in the chain. Ah, c'est la vie. Another thing I'm going to say about this is the crossplay. Now, there's 2 aspects of crossplay here. One is you can upload your save to the internet, and then you can download it from your PlayStation 3 to your Vita, or your Vita to your PlayStation 3. This way, if you want to play the game on the go, bullseye, you can do that. Awesome. The other crossplay is that you can create levels. You basically create challenges for people, and the challenges that you create go out to the internet. They get rated by the internet. And of course, if people like them, you get more prestige on that. Not that it does really anything good in the game, but whatever. So, is this the right game for you? And if you love a very strategic look at gameplay, you're more of a pacifist who likes to lure people into stuff and let them basically just get mangled, or you're just a fan of old Roadrunner Coyote cartoons, then this is definitely one for you. If you're a person who likes the full frontal assault, you like to be more hands-on, then the Deception series is not going to be one that's going to be up your alley. Morally speaking, you have some very deep issues here. First of all, like I said, the harvesting of souls, the fact that you're the devil's daughter, that feeds into a little bit of demonology and stuff like that. It's not like overlording like a Silent Hill or something like that where you can feel that dark presence when you play, but still, that's something to keep in mind. And in addition to that, you are using traps to mangle and murder people. And the mangling and the murdering of people, that could be something problematic. Finally, there's the sexuality, and every female character in here, with very few exceptions, is going to look like she's trying to be sexy for some reason. Whatever. If you have issues with those, though, you definitely would not want your kids playing as. Hey, this is Deception Blood Ties. I'd like to see a count from you guys out there. Thumbs up if you like this game, thumbs down if you don't. And again, we're the Moral Gamer, moralgamer.com. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We hope to see you next time with our next review.